Hello, welcome to my channel. Okay, so I want to show you some of the things that he's been doing. This is what we used to keep the baby chickens in. It's upside down. And those are the old feeders. And the trash cans are full of food. There's my cute little doggy. And see what he's done. He's got this, he put some concrete blocks down, some kind of metal table thing. We got this 55-gallon drum, I guess it's called. It's a plastic one. And he put some kind of plumbing thing in there to run the water and fill it so that the chickens will have water instead of using that red Walmart tub that we were using that you can see right there. And this right here is, we took a bowl that we got for 50 cents. Well, he drilled holes in it and he hung it up. And that's what we did with our last chickens when they had their, what do you call it? I'll show you. The oyster shell, calcium. But of course it was oyster shell mixed with something. And now we were hanging it in that blue thing. I had to clean that blue thing out. And that's where he used to hang their water when they were littler. And so we have that. It's some kind of oyster shell mix. So it's not straight oyster shell, but it's calcium. And until I can find the one that's straight oyster shell, we're just going to use that for now. I'm going to give them some treats so I can walk in there without them not having anything to do. Oh, it's 23 chickens. Okay. Put this back up. Okay. And close the top part of the door so I can open it as a whole door. Ouch. Okay, go in. Sometimes the door gets where it starts bone. He has to fix it so that it will close and shut when I come in. Okay, so you can see there's the oyster shell. And you can see how this is the little short door that he's going to open later when he gets done widening that. But you see this wood up here, they sit on this and it gets poop everywhere. And that's where their water feeders are at. So now we realize, well, I do. He's just like, oh, we can clean them all the time. But to me, I'll probably have them put a board running across so they can, instead of sitting right there and dropping the poop all over that and us having to clean it out with a toothbrush and stuff, we can run a board above it. It would be nice if we had like a 3-inch PVC thing to go right above it or something to keep them from getting poop and stuff in it. So we'll have to put, so that's something that you can think about. You know, if you start running this, you need something over the top of it that comes out because they'll sit on it and get poop and stuff in it. And that's disgusting. I don't know how much you can clean it to get the poop out, but no matter how many times you clean it, it seems disgusting to me. And so inside you can see the pallets more that goes around the edges. See? And right there's a lot of times they'll drop an egg right there and leave it at the top, the one Easter egger that's laying eggs. So there's a red thing with the red Walmart tub that drops the water out. And there you can see how he's been working on widening it. So, and I thought maybe we could come in here with the chickens. You can see the red around their faces. How those don't look like they're ready to start laying eggs yet, but these, look at that one. That one really looks like they're about ready to start laying eggs, right? And I think they need more room, so he's going to give them some more room for me. And I don't know where the Easter eggers are. There's one. See at the top around, oh, they're gone. See around her beak? See how you can see how one of those is laying eggs already. So, and sometimes when I come here in here, it's at the top, and And there's the calcium, which is part oyster shell and part something else. Excuse me. Yes. I'm leaving out of here now, babies. And, right. There was something else I wanted to show you. But there's that. How he did that. He's working on this. And he started putting some fence screen right here. But he's been working 10 to 12 hours a day. And 7 days a week. So I think he's going to take 3 days off in a row. And so that he has some time to work on this. And then he had built a doghouse for the dog. But the dog, you know, he never really finished it. And the dog didn't really like it. And you can see we have a lot of pallets. You know, some people, and our shed's been falling for a long time since we had COVID. I don't know, he doesn't have time to work on it, but it's hard to have time to do everything when we work so many hours. You either have time, or you either have free time and no money to do anything, or you have extra money because you're working so much and no time. And that's the way it works. And so, and this is the old PVC thing that it's upside down in case he knocked it over. Because, oh, you know, we saw this video. It said we keep the critters out. And you can see where he pulled the door out, and now he's got the door on the widening part that he's building. So, and here's the old water that we're still using from Walmart. That, I don't know if you can see it, because the sun is so bright. Like, I can't sit when I look at the, so I'll turn it around. And now I don't think I'm aiming the camera right. There it is. So it's got a shut-off valve, and it goes along there, and it goes to the fence. And he's going to put it so it runs on both sides of the fence. But that door is kind of in the way. And we're going to have to put it where it goes across the door. It's a little half door, so it's not going to be for us. It's going to be for the chickens anyway. But I don't know how that's going to work out. And you can see part of our yard. We have a small yard, you know. Some people are old money, and some people are new money, and some people are no money. And we fall into that latter category. So, and this thing right here is in my way to collect the eggs because I'm short. So when I go to reach in here, I can't reach it because this thing's in my way. So, and I'm short. So that's gonna have to be moved. Like I said, when you go to do this and build chicken coops, you'll find things. And today, there was an egg over here in one of these. And was it one of the Easter eggers? She's just, and it has the indoor-outdoor carpet in there. So she's, and there's my dog. So we have a lot of leaves lately. That's our old, it used to be the nesting box. And look in here and see if there's any eggs. See, they pull out the indoor-outdoor carpet and they throw it upside down. I don't know if you can see. But I'm going to aim the camera that way. That one you can see. I don't know if you can see the other one. They don't like it there. The other chickens that we had last time, they didn't mind it. It was blue. This is green. Maybe they don't like the color. I don't know. He just likes to play with me. So, and this one, because the ground is higher, you can see I'm taller than it. And this one, I think we need to put like the metal roofing over it some. Somehow have some kind of metal roofing over it. Because I think after it sits out in the rain, the water does damage to it, right? Yeah, she hasn't laid any in these two. But those two she has. So I never know where I'm going to get the egg. Like one day will be over here in one of these nesting boxes. Another day, it was at the top of the ramp most of the time. And then today it was on the other side, and I'm only getting the 1 egg a day. And I don't know if it's 1 or 2. I don't know if 1 Easter egg or chicken is laying an egg every day, or if there's 2 of them laying it. 1 day and 1 the next. And that's what we used to have our chickens in. It's upside down. So, when they were babies, we got that for them for when they're babies. But I thought that was an interesting. He said he needed to make it so it stands. Oh, I showed you the bowl, right? This is the bowl that we used to have the oyster shells in with a string. A 50-cent little bowl we got from Walmart. He drilled holes in it, tied string on it. So you don't have to spend, what is it, 10 bucks on those little things right there. 5, 10 bucks. You can get a 50-cent bowl, find string around your house. That little clip-on thing, what is it? $3 for $1 for those little clip-on things? And then you just got string tying them up. So, you know, if you're like us, like I said, some people, like our neighbors, we have neighbors, and they haven't lived there very long, but their family has owned that house forever. So one of them lived there for a while, for some years, and another one lived there for some years, and then we moved to here while they were living there, and then they were gone, and now new people live there. So it's like old money, old neighbors, even though they're new neighbors, and we are, like I said, old money, new money, and we are no money. Some people live paycheck to paycheck like we do. It's just a part of life, right? So anyway, so you know you can come up with things you can do. We don't spend that much time on the chickens every day, right? You know, I have toothbrushes, so I come out here and clean their water things every now and then with a toothbrush, but we're going to fix it so we don't have to do that all the time like that anymore. And then the trash can holds a lot of food that's over there, and they just eat out of there. And then we've got their scraps. Their chicken scratch, we give them treats. That way they look forward to seeing us. They're like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. Where's my treat? And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get an egg. Where's my treat, right? So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. I just thought, well, he's done a little bit. And last time I only did the 1 video, and I didn't show the work he was doing while he was doing it. I just showed it after he got done. Hey, little birdie. Look at that. So beautiful. See, she's not ready to lay eggs yet. But that one right there, you can see. Whoa! Down. Back. You can't leave here. You have to stay in. You can't fly out over my head. Usually they stay back. They don't try to jump out when I have the door open. I'm going to close the door. Bye-bye, birdies. I love you. No, you can't. I don't have no more treats, guys. I do. I have a lot of treats. See? Here we go. He wanted to leave the egg-laying things open where I opened it, and the chickens were right there laying the eggs. This is for my dirt, because I had to break up the dirt and loosen the dirt sometimes to put in their laying boxes over the shredded wood, shredded pine, or whatever. But you can see we have, and underneath here, you can see the assortment. And underneath there, I can't really show you, but underneath this is just basically black oil sesame seeds with a wild bird seed. And then on the top, we had mixed corn in, so we could give them those treats. And I have some, what do you call it? I have some chicken scratch, right, in a bag. And I think I'm going to mix in next time. But I'm waiting because he's got 2 bags of food over it, and he's got to put the food in the trash can again. And so they make me nervous when they fly at me. They don't usually do that. They just are so mellow. But they want more treats. Because they love the chicken scratch. And I see people making do-it-yourself food all the time, but I like the food that we buy that has the 16% calcium in there. And I know people say it's not whole grain, so maybe it's not healthy, but sometimes people say you shouldn't give them whole corn, and some people say you shouldn't give them, cracked corn, and whole corn's better and it's not as processed. And so this one's trying to escape. So, and then I think the 16% seems like it has a lot of corn in it because I think it's one of the first ingredients. But some people say you can take stuff like that, put it in a coffee grinder like flaxseed. Some people say they mix flaxseed in with the food and give it to them. But then I've heard professionals on the videos that our local agriculture extension office recommend I watch a video, and she said that you need to grind it up. So, but because it's better ground up. So I think the 16%, whatever it is, from that they've already pre-mixed and they've done all the research and they've added the nutrition. Right now, it just seems to me like that's a good food to give them. But then I'm giving them the chicken scratch too. So when I give them the chicken scratch, they don't have the 16% protein anymore. Oh, that first one's leaking. It was sideways and now it's straight up and down and now it's leaking. But so I feel like the chicken scratch, if it has 10% protein and the food has 16% protein, then they're getting their actual protein level is somewhere between the 10 and 16, maybe around 13 or something, or if it's 12% and 16, it's in between there, so they're not getting the 16% protein anymore. So now I have to wonder if I should add something to the chicken scratch. And then they say if they're 16% protein, if it has plenty of calcium in it, that, or too much calcium, because they're saying you only should give them, first they said 2.3, and some places say 3.4 to 3.5, and they say like 4% calcium's too much. But then they say that the 16% food might have too much calcium in it. So then I feel like when I give them chicken scratch, well then maybe that will make up for the fact that I'm wanting to give them oyster shell calcium, so that will lower the percentage of the total calcium in their food. I don't know. And they've really been eating calcium since we put it out there. So anyway, please feel free to leave comments and let me know what your thoughts are, because I appreciate other people's comments and thoughts and having people to talk to about it. I kind of live in the middle of nowhere, so until I don't get a lot of adult interaction, most of my interaction is with the dog and the chickens, because my husband works a lot, So when we go places, to the store, out to eat or something, then I get interactions with people, but otherwise, not so much. Maybe that's something I shouldn't say on YouTube, but anyway, chickens are cute. I really love the Easter eggers. I think they look so beautiful. They kind of remind me of ostriches with their feathers, because they have the different colors in their fur, or their feathers. See all the different colors? I just think it's so beautiful. Maybe it's because I only have 4 of them, but I just love the different colors of them. And last time we didn't have Easter eggers. They look so comfortable, except for this one. This one's more interested in me. So, it's so beautiful. Anyway, I really appreciate them, because they help support us with our food. They help take care of us. You would think that we're taking care of them, but the reality is that they take care of us, because if there's a storm, or if there's a hint of the storm, or winter, people think, oh, there might be a storm, a little bit of snow. We go to the store and there's no bread, no eggs, no milk, right? But at home, we don't have to worry about that anymore, because we have chickens, and the chickens will lay eggs. And We have enough chickens that lay eggs that we, you know, we always like to share with our neighbors. One of our neighbors has plenty of eggs, so. But some of the, only the one, the rest of them love getting eggs from us. Like usually if I give them, I'll go to the one lady that knows everybody in the neighborhood, and then I'll just, you know, take her. But right now, like I said, they're only laying 1 egg a day. But last time we had chickens, we had 14 chickens, and they were laying like a dozen, 10 to 14 eggs a day. So I would give them to the one lady, and she knows a lot of people. So, and she's related to a lot of the other neighbors. So she'll go give them to other neighbors, or she'll give them to people that she knows. She knows a lot of elderly people and things like that. So she will pass them out, which is, you know, I think that's wonderful. It's wonderful to know your neighbors when you live somewhere, and we know a few of them. We don't know all of them, but the rest of them know each other. You know, different ones that we know other people, so pretty much everybody in the neighborhood kind of interacts with each other in one way or another. So if there's somebody walking down the street, and then people are like, who's that walking down the street? We don't know him. He's never been in this neighborhood. Or somebody's driving around slowly. People are like, oh, who's that driving around slowly? Or somebody will say, hey, there was some guy. Yeah, the other day, we have this new neighbor. She's from Canada. And there was a guy in her yard, I guess, behind her truck. And then you walk behind her home. But I wasn't at home because we went out that day. We went to Tractor Supply and Walmart and stuff. But my other neighbors call me because they sit out on their porch in the screened-in area, and they're like, hey, there's somebody across the street at that lady's house behind her truck. And I don't have her phone number. She has mine, but I don't have hers, so I couldn't really call her and say, hey, there's somebody at your house. But anyway, I don't know who it was. I figured it was somebody she knew. But then I asked her about it, and she had no idea who it was. So she said, next time feel free just to run them off. But I wasn't at home, I told her, so I don't know. But the other neighbor said we'll let her know that we're looking out for her, but I don't know. When we live in the country, so I can't believe somebody has the nerve to do that, because, you know, that's dangerous. Going in somebody else's yard and somebody else's home. I don't know what they were doing there. And you could see the track that she was clearly home. Anyway, now I'm rambling. Because usually we don't have people in our yards because everybody knows everybody. And everybody notices that. But, and people, you know, we have trail cams. Everybody has like trail cams and things like that. And then we have, some people have the Ring doorbell cams. And we have the cameras that sit up around the house where, you know, it records like a terabyte of memory and you can rewind it and things. Just because we're poor don't mean, you know, gotta have cameras, right? I love the trail cams. The trail cams, you can get a trail cam for $30-40 sometimes, and you put it in with a memory chip in your yard, and you can set it up so you can plug it into your house. But right now we just have them with batteries. But they get night vision, and some of them get sound. So if somebody's walking through the yard, when you go to play it back, you'll hear them talking and stuff. So, and they will get really good vision, because one of them, we got a hummingbird that was flying around, and it was just stopping on the camera while it was flying. It was really cool. Anyway, I am rambling, and that's my video for today. And I hope that helps somebody so that you can see some of the ideas, and he'll be doing different things. And sometimes I'll tell him I want this or I want that, and then I'll let him do it, you know. I want to be able to get the eggs from the outside of the chicken coop. I don't want to have to go in to get the eggs, I tell him. I don't want to have to fill up their water all the time. So we have the Walmart tub, you know, because I'm like, he's like, well, I need to get this and I need to get that. And then I'm like, well, can you use a Walmart tub for now? He's like, I guess I could. And I'm like, cool, you know. And then, and some of the ideas he comes up, you know, I'm like, oh, can we put I got the red water things and asked him if there was a way to give them water while they were in. And so he ran the PVC and tied it all in together for me. And then I got the calcium. I told him I was trying to buy oyster shell calcium with nothing else in it but oyster shell calcium. And he said, we still have calcium from last time. He said, and last time I hung it in that blue and white thing. So I cleaned that up yesterday and scrubbed it up real good. And he put it in there and hung it up for him. He said then they can just eat it as they want to. So anyway, like I said, please feel free to leave comments because I am not, you know, I'm not brand new to having chickens, but I have a lot to learn about everything. I know I'm older and I'm pretty old, but it doesn't matter how old you get, you still, you know, we can still all learn from each other, and it's great to learn things from each other. I learned so much from the ladies next door about life and different things that they've been through that are so interesting hearing their stories. So we, you know, doesn't matter how old you get, we still learn a lot of things every day. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video that I've been rambling on, and I hope this helps somebody. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching it, and have a great day. Bye-bye.